Good afternoon. My name is Mahbub Hassan. I'm presenting my assignment 1, which is Transportation Research Summary. I'm submitting this assignment to Associate Professor Dr. Jittichai. So here is the outline of my presentation. Number one, that background and problem statement. First, I will discuss about the background and the problem statement. Then I will go through the research questions that I found from the research paper. Then we have the data and methods, how they use the data and methods to do this research. After that, I found some key findings from that paper that I will discuss in here. Then I also list down the strength and weakness of that paper. Then how it relevance to Bangladesh, that also I discuss. Then after that I conclude and with the future works. This is the background of that Japanese research. In Japan, there are a lot of rural area, one of the in Kochi preferences. So what happened in that area? That area is struggling with the with the aging problems, and for that the demand for public transport also shrinking, and operator actually struggling with the falling income and service cards. So what was the problem actually? When we do the survey research, actually, we are like it's costly, it's short term, and it miss the loyalty and a lot of insights. So the prior studies in stated preference and reveal preferences that actually give the overestimate demand for the public transport demand forecasting. So there are some like lackages of getting the research inside using the smart card data. So in this research, they use the smart card data. So we want to see that how they forecast it for the future public transport demand. After I read that paper, I found three research questions. How stable is the use of public transport at the individual level in rural Japan? What is the survival rate of smart card users across the years? And can ridership of the bus and tram services be forecast using an ARMA model? So let's talk about the data and methods. They uses the Disque smart card data from the Kochi prefecture. So they use the 11 years data. From the data, we found that 59 million transactions happened, and they use four types of analysis in their methodology. Number one, variability analysis of the mobility, trip rate person per data, survival analysis, and of course, they use forecasting using the ARMA model. So this is the key findings of that research. First, they found that in 2009, they found that 0.48 trips per person in a day. But in 2019, they found actually it is 0.44. So it's showing that decline. And for the last 5 years, 37% of the cards still in use, and 18% cards still in use for the 10 years. And in the analysis, they found that the high variability and the low stability, and from the validations they use the ARMA model. So we found that based on their ARMA model, the prediction actually closely match with the real value. We can see in these pictures, and I got this figure from their paper. I already cited it as a source of one. So once I got the key findings, I did some strength, weakness, and future research. I checked it. I saw that they have some strength. For example, it's a large data for 11 years. They use the smart card data. It's useful for the planning and operations. But in the other hand, they have some weakness. For example, they're limited to the one particular area. So there is no social economic attributes. They cannot handle the shocks, for example, COVID-19. And of course, they have limited behavior inside. For that one, how we future research can how we can do the future research, we can add the behavioral survey interviews. We explore the ML model, for example, LSTM, long short-term memory. We can use the hybrid AI model. We can integrate the mixed payment systems. There is no option in here for the cash user. So what about the cash user? So I we wanted to do the things in future research. So this is the relevance to Bangladesh also, because in Bangladesh there is no smart card data. How we can listen from Japan studies and how we can work for the future actions. For example, we can build the national-wide smart card ticketing system for our country. We can use like hybrid AI model. We can we can add the behavioral insight for the Bangladeshi research. So in that way we can enhance the future research. So if I conclude the like this paper, if I conclude this paper, what I found that rural Japan faces aging problem, shrinkage, and populations problem. And what happened in these cases, for the future research, we can combine the smart card data with the social economic data to make it more robust and more rigorous in terms of the research. Thank you so much for listening me.